share with you this Alpes. Now, before we get started, I want to ask a couple questions. And this is normally where we really get people's attention. If I were to ask how many people have ever tried an online opportunity, most people could raise their hand and say, yeah, we've all tried that, right? But when I ask how many people have made $500 or more a month over and above any Autoship, all of a sudden the hands go down. It's about 15%. And that's not a good thing. That's not a good number. So if we dig a little deeper and I ask people, how many people did you bring in? The average would be 2.8 in any given year in any deal. Okay. So we're not talking about heavy hitters or anything. We're talking about average people. Okay. So 2.8 is not enough to make any money. But here, if we follow it through, is what really happens. You get introduced to an opportunity, you get all excited, you bring a couple people in, and they're there 3 or 4 months, and they don't make any money. And what happens? They drop out on you. They're kind of like the prune on the end of the branch that's not getting any water. It shrivels up and it dies and it falls to the ground. And then you become funnel marketing if you stay yourself. Funnel marketing doesn't work. Why? You're pouring more people in at the top than fall out the bottom. And it just doesn't work. All right? So long ago, Albert Einstein said, the definition of insanity is what? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. We're going to show you something different. So if I were to ask you if you could find an opportunity that eliminated all the weak characteristics of the opportunity market, would I have your attention? What if nobody would ever drop out on you, folks? What would happen? Could you build a real organization? And number two, what would happen if it was so easy to get them into profit, no one would ever drop out? Okay. And number three, what would happen if you could pay one time and all your upgrades or auto ships or whatever you want to call them, services, all came out of profits and not out of your pocket? Folks, do I have your attention yet? So here I want to know the disclaimer, guys. You must be 18 years and older to participate. Results are not guaranteed. Each individual may experience different results depending on many factors, such as personal effort, skills, and level of participation. We're not financial advisors. No promise of future income is made. We can't do that. It's illegal. It's important to understand that past performance is not indicative of future results. Income generated can vary greatly from person to person. We encourage a realistic approach and management of your expectations. Our values: generosity, respect, authenticity, coherence, and engagement. So, we are a new age model of opportunity. We will put more money in people's hands quicker compared to other existing legal models. Now, I want to repeat that. The Alpes will put more people in average people's hands than any other existing opportunity that's legal on the market, folks. Now, we were forged in the last 7 years by 4 friends, owners, they're the 4 owners, that are influenced and experienced in the business of network marketing and direct sales in Quebec, Canada. Okay? So, These Alps community administrators and master distributors have nearly 200 years experience in the industry. We have an objective and vision to help people from all walks of life create a substantial income that can change your life in a short period of time through strong leadership based on simple actions, network growth, and daily shopping. Daily shopping. So, online direct sales industry. Approximately one adult out of 13 has participated in a network marketing or online direct sales. About 120 million people today are actively involved in an online direct sales worldwide. Even though it's $200 billion a year industry, vast majority of participants claim they spent more money than they have made. Amen to that. Now, I want to ask everybody a couple quick questions. How many people have Amazon and they pay Prime $15 a month? They have 200 million people plus paying them $15 a month to save a little bit on shipping. Folks, does Amazon pay you? No. We're going to show you how to change that. Low to no return on investment. Okay? So the opportunity. We're an international company with physical and digital products sold worldwide. You have nothing to sell. Many will see the business model as it can sustain itself through actions that can never be stopped. Daily shopping. Simply follow the natural process and watch your income grow organically and exponentially over time. So, the Alpes community will create longevity and income sustainability through a simple process, which is daily shopping. The compensation plan. Now, this is what I call meats and potatoes, folks. So, our structure is a hybrid. It's a 2x20 forced matrix. 2x20 forced matrix. The first part of it. We're actually creating 3 individual compensation plans with the same people, the very same people. So we're tripling our potential. Okay? You can only have 2 people on your first level, 4 people on your second, 8 on your third, 16, 32 on your fifth level, and so on, all the way down 20 levels. 20 levels deep. Now, let's cover the unit level that goes, matching unit level goes with this. There's your direct first levels, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Now, what happens? Unit level has no width. Any personals that you have go on your first level, folks. Now, I'm going to highly recommend that you develop 5 levels before you have more than 2 personals. And I'll cover why I choose to do it that way. I can't tell you to do it that way. I think it's best, and here's why. The qualifier to get somebody in profit is 2 people. Okay? 2 people. They become in profit over what it costs to start this business. Okay? So, there are 3 ways to join the community, and we're going to go a little deeper into some of it. A member. Now, a member has not sponsored anybody. They're only here for shopping. That's an option. They can join, shop only. Cost is $29 a month. However, Every time something's purchased, they can get cash back. So they accumulate the ability to shop for free without spending money. They get a $25 cash back credit to start. They can participate in shopping store profits 10 levels deep. They have the potential to earn from 2,046 other shoppers. Okay? Now, if I were to ask most women out there in particular, and I know from my own wife, nothing she loves more than shopping. I mean, absolutely nothing. But if she can shop and get paid to shop, in essence, that's what we're doing. There's not anybody, when they understand that's ever going to say no. VIP member. This is a little different, folks. As long as that person's a VIP number, they pay $129 one time, $29 a month, with 20 is separated from the 9 because you have $9 going for your back office. $20 is going right into your shopping for you to use, folks, every month. As they're giving you 25, they're taking 20. Okay? You participate in the shopping store 12 levels deep. Income potential from 8,190 other shoppers. Okay? Now, how does a person go from VIP to making serious money, folks? That's the big question, right? Ambassador. What is an ambassador? Ambassador has sponsored or introduced at least one person into the business. One. The cost is $129 a month. Now, when I say a month, I do want you to realize we're going to show you how to make that a one-time cost. One time. And never reach in your back pocket again. And yet build an income that's staggering, folks. Potential, excuse me, to be staggering. Again, we get $25 in advance shopping credits. We participate in the shopping store profits up to 20 levels. Okay. Income potential from up to 2 million shoppers. Folks, this company will have 1 million people in the next 12 months. Okay. Now, you could participate in immediate payment of the compensation plan, steps 1 through 7. Steps 1 through 7. So, cash back from shopping. All members are shoppers, okay? Be you an ambassador, VIP member, or member. Okay? Members paid. Remember what members pay, $29 monthly. 9 for your back office, 20 goes into the shopping profits. Okay? Your 2x20 matrix. 25 in cashback credit. The ACC replaces your obligation because it represents shopping, folks. It represents shopping. You can redeem it once you begin shopping in the store. Now, as a disclaimer for people that see this video early, the store will open the very first week of February. It's scheduled for the 1st of February to be open. It is not currently open. We're in pre-launch. So here's a shopping example. If you purchase a $50 product with $10 in cash back, okay, you can apply your ACC. You have $25. Apply 10 ACC for the cash back. 25 less the 10 ACC applied. You have $15 left over for your next purchase. When you apply, no cash back goes into the matrix because it's already been paid into the compensation plan before. We're talking about the $25 everybody gets each month. So, future shopping cash back. Again, all members, 25 in cash back. 20 goes into the shopping mall. ACC replaces your shopping obligation. Okay? So, this is going to get a little fun, guys. All cash back goes into the compensation plan. Excuse me. 50% goes into the 2x20, 20 levels up. 50% will go into the unit level, which I will cover in short. But I want to share with you at this point what potentially happens. Because of two factors, cashback and what we call Alpes points, which we'll cover here shortly, going into this 2x20 as well as your unit level. When each month, when people make their purchases, would be it using cashback or whatever Alps points, what have you, what will take place is the average per person will average between $3.50 to $5 currently. As we grow, it'll go larger. But currently, it's set to be between $3.50 and $5 per person in your 2x20. So I'm not going to use my own. We're having a little fun with this. I currently have, in the last 16 weeks, edging towards 12,000 people. My mind still spins, trying to get a handle on that. I grow at 500 per day. If you do the math, 500 per day means 15,000 new people a month at the current rate. But forget all that. We're gonna use low numbers just to show you how quickly you could actually earn really, really, really good money. So when a person reaches 1,000 people beneath them and realize a 2x20 is overlapping. So we're all as a community overlapping each other to create the 2x20. The two people on my first, their first is my second level, and so on all the way down 20 levels. So when a person achieves, say, just 1,000 people, and let's lower our expectations of the profit margin going into the 2x20, and let's say it's only $3 instead of $3.50 to $5. Well, folks, how much is 1,000 times 3? It's $3,000. So my question, is that a lot more than the 500 you couldn't make it to in the past? Will it change your life? Folks, back in 2008, when the real estate market collapsed, 75% of those homes could have been saved if the person had only $500 more a month of income coming in. That statistic hadn't changed. Okay? That's a big deal. $500 in income more a month would mean a lot to most people. But we're going to show you the potential for a lot more. So, remember we said 50% of the income went in here and 50% went in a unit level in a matching bonus. What does that mean? Well, and I'm going to use the example and we're going to lower it. Remember we said with 1,000 people, I'd make 3,000 a month at least over here, right? But we're going to say that my first two people only make it to $1,000 a month. So we're going to cut it in a third of what's actually going on. So Bob and Robert each make $1,000, and I get a matching bonus of 50%. So 50% of 2,000 is what? It's $1,000. Okay. So now I went from 3,000 to 4,000, but forget that for a second. So level two, I only get 20%. Okay. And then 10, 10, and 10. But let's see how the numbers work. So there's four people on level two making $1,000, but I only get 20% of that. So that's $800. Again, we're going to go to level three, right? Level three is going to be what? 8 people making $1,000, and I get 10%. So there's another $800. So now it's going to get a little interesting. Level four, 16 people make $1,000. So that level pays me $1,600. And when we get to level five, that level, and remember, I'm only talking a 2x2 structure, and the unit level has no width. So we're using the lowest numbers I can use. But on level five, there's 32 people. 32 making $1,000, paying me 10% is what, folks? That's 3,200 more. And so when you add 32 and 16 and 8 and 8 and 1,000, we're actually making more over here with a third of what we made over here. Realistically, I could have used and blow the numbers up using 3,000 instead of 1,000. But I want to keep the numbers low and your expectations realistic. So that's what you could achieve with just 1,000 people beneath you. Remember, I started 16 weeks ago when we were pre-launch, and maybe 4 weeks ago, I had 2,300. From 2,300, we exploded almost to 12,000 in the last 4 weeks. So when you reach the momentum shift in your organization, the growth will just have your head spinning. So the members, $9 goes for your back office, costs $29 a month. 20 goes into the compensation plan. This is what's feeding our mall profits. We also get $25 advance cashback credit for future shopping. Income potential, 2,046. They only pay 10 levels to a member. You have to earn your way. Okay? VIP member, 129 one time plus $29 a month, as long as you're a VIP, meaning you have not sponsored anybody. Okay? Up to $100 in credit for online courses monthly. So they're going to give you the 100 back in for your online courses. Okay? Which covers your shopping requirement. 20 goes in the compensation plan. Okay? Now you earn 12 levels. All right? Cash back on 12 levels. 8,190 potential shoppers. Now, folks, realize that if we hit our goal, and we're actually accelerated faster than our goal, because we're still pre-launch. We won't go live for a few weeks, 2 weeks, I think. And when we have this, the goal was to reach 15,000 people before they were going to launch the mall. 15,000. So everybody thought, well, that's great. We'll hit 15,000 in the first 90 days. Folks, the company's already there. We're ahead of the time. So the goal of reaching 1 million, based on the original projections, we're going to see that million far, far before we hit 12 months. That's amazing. Okay. Immediate income earning potential from step one of the compensation plan. VIP member. No personally sponsored members. Remember, we said that. Immediate payout. What does that mean? As a VIP member, if you have somebody fall underneath you from above, maybe that's their first or second person, what have you, you will get paid $50 cash. And the person that created that spillover that fell underneath you will get $50. See, you haven't brought anybody in yet, but you're making a little money. Okay? So, if you get two of them, that's $100. All right? Remember how much you put in. You put $129 in, folks, plus your admin for your back office. Okay? Are we starting to get the big picture yet? We hadn't even begun. We hadn't even got our first person yet. All right? These points that you receive are applicable on your purchases done in the online store. Okay? Or they'll pay you $29 monthly if you want it. You get the option, so you're not reaching in your back pocket. Nobody wants to reach in their back pocket until they start making and earning money. But the industry has always worked the opposite. It has worked where you paid up front for Autoship or service, and at the end of the month, if you got commissions coming, they'll pay them to you, right? The ambassador receives the $50 in cash. You got 50 in points, they got 50 in cash. Okay? Ambassador, this is where the fun starts, guys. This is where the action is. Ambassador has sponsored one or more participants. I personally don't teach one, I teach two. And one qualifies you through 5 levels of our third compensation plan. Our third, not one. One only qualifies you for 5. 2 qualifies you for 20. Folks, why stop at breakfast when you can have the 7-course meal that night? Okay? Our cost, $129 a month. Okay? Auto finance. And I'm going to cover that. 9 goes for your back office. $20 goes into the compensation plan. All right? 25 in cashback credit. Income potential up to 20 levels, 2 million shoppers. Folks, picture, let's have a little fun before we go a little further. I just want to share with you this. You heard me say that I'm approaching 12,000 people in my downline right now. I only have 2 personally sponsored people. 2. I've given away a lot of people to help other people get qualified and then profit. Okay? So let's do a little fun with the math. I'm growing at 500 new people per day coming in from the 12,000 people that we currently have in this group right here. So 500 a day times 30, not 31, just times 30, means we're growing currently at 15,000 new people per month. Now, I'm not going to tell you that, I'm not going to sit here and give you the example of what $3 times 15,000 could mean for next month. What I want to do for you is to say we grow at 15,000 per month, and to that number times 10. How many people will you have underneath you if you have no growth increase from its current levels? And we know that's not true. How many people would you have after 10 months? Not counting the people already had, just starting from 0, but growing at 500. Well, Folks, 10 month is 150,000 people. Do you think with 150,000 people buying at least one product a month from their points that's already in their back office, they're not reaching in their back pocket, and we're at the minimum average we believe is 350, not 3. We want to lowball it, but let's just say it's 3. You can do the math on your own. That's your potential here, folks. That's your real potential. So let's kind of review for a second. If you're not reaching in your back pocket to pay $129 a month, it's all in finance. Everything's coming out of your profits, right? What's your obstacle from building a real organization? We have nobody dropping out because we get them in profit so fast. Now, one thing I didn't tell you is 90% of our 12,000 people are qualified and in profit day one because of how we built it. 2 helping 2, helping 4, helping 8, helping 16, helping 32. Okay? So I want you to keep that in mind that the old way of doing things is not necessarily the best way. So, step 1 to step 7 of the compensation plan. You must be 18 years old to participate. Again, I want to reinforce that and emphasize that. Immediate compensation steps 1 through 5. Ambassador has sponsored 1 or more participants. Cost $120 one-time payment. Income potential with your first 2 is $200. Folks, is $200 profit more than the $120 that you pay to get in? Okay. Now, income potential 12 levels, 4,096. Okay. 12 levels. So how do we open up the other levels? Right? Step 2 costs $200, but you already got $200 you made. You're not reaching in your pocket. $600 is your income possibility. But now we've opened it up to 14 levels. 1,600 and 384 people potentially at these levels. Okay? So, 16 levels. Now, I want to show you that the 16 level on my 16th level is 65,536. That's not your true potential, but it just shows you the number on that level. Okay? So, income potential step 3 is $1,400. Okay? Now, you have some expenses, and we'll show you that in a little bit. So, but it's auto-financed expenses. $330 on step 3. When you upgrade to step 3, it's auto-finance. It's coming out of profits. We made $600, right? And it cost us $330. So we made $270. We're $270 to the good in profit right at this moment. So now we had $1,400 more went into our bank. Step 4, our cost, auto financing, is $440 coming out of that $1,400. Okay? Are you reaching in your pocket? Or are you starting to see a little money, a little profit now? Now you're starting to see an income that'll change your life. Step 5, $550 is our cost coming out of the 3,000. But now they've added $6,200 more. Folks, are we starting to see enough income to change our life? Starting to see the big picture? Steps 1 through 5, you as an ambassador. Okay? 2 people on level 1, 6 people on level 2, 14 on level 3, 30 people level 4, 62 people in your first 5 levels. See that? Our gross, when you add all the income up, 11,400. When we add the expenses up, remember the 200, the 330, 440, 550, and the original 120. When you add all that up, it's 1649, and the net is $9,751. Okay? That's your net. Okay? That's your take-home pay, folks. So if I stop right here and I ask you, if this is all the money there was, this is our third compensation plan, would $10,000 a month change your life? Most people are going to say yes. Some people have never come close to that. I want you to get excited, folks. All you have to do is plug in and you're going to get there. It's going to take a little time, folks. It will take you time to develop this and get there. But while you're doing it, month after month, as we go along, your shopping money keeps growing and growing and growing, and this develops itself out. Okay? So when you look at these numbers right here, the total number of people it's going to take to get to this is going to be 1984. That takes a little time to do that. Okay? Little time. But the mall is going to pay you so much that you're going to be tickled pink and not worry about that. It's just going to be fun watching it grow for you. We're talking about average people, folks. Average people. We're not talking about the whales that can put 40, 50, 60, 100 people in. We're not talking about that. So, the hybrid structure compensation plan. Direct level 1, 2. Here's your 2 by 20. Remember that? Level 3, 4, 5. 5 levels deep. Now, after you have 5 levels deep, you may want to consider sponsoring personally other people. Why? Because you make more money. 2 things happen, folks. After 5 levels, the 6 through 10 changes how will we pay. Okay? So if a person that you personally sponsored doesn't fall in your first 5 levels, what's going to happen is the company will pay you $100 per person. Well, it doesn't matter how they got there, whether somebody else sponsored them or not. Okay? Once they hit that level, and we're going to cover that in just a minute, the company will pay you $100. But if you're not qualified to get it, now, what happens in most companies when you're not qualified for some earnings? It either goes up to the first person qualified, or it becomes what we call slippage, which means the company takes it, right? Which is most of the time, most of them are set up that way. Slippage. Here, if you're not qualified, they're going to put it in a reserve bank for you until you are. It's your money. That's mind-boggling, folks. Now, as you can see, we keep going 5 levels deeper, right? 5 levels deeper. So what happens if somebody's personally sponsored and they fall 6 through 10, 11 through 20, what happens to them? Well, you don't get the 100, you get 5,300. Why? Because they're going to go through their 5 levels. And as they develop through their 5 levels, the company's going to pay you. You're their sponsor. But it's also going to take $300 and it's going to pay your sponsor 100 and their sponsor 100 and their sponsor 100. 3 generations. This is crazy money, folks. No balancing the matrix. This is not a binary. Payout comes from each line, compression from each direct. Okay? So, the structure of the hybrid. Direct level 1, 50% from your direct income. Remember, we talked about this. Bob and Robert, I used the example of $1,000 a month, so I made 1,000. Level 2, 20%. Level 3, 10, 10, and 10. Okay? So, folks, this is paid monthly every month. It's paid every month. Okay? It's not like the instant pay on the other compensation. It's paid monthly. So, our conclusion is the most generous compensation plan on the planet. Is out to give back 100%. There's no profit taken by the company on the mall or on the direct compensation plans. None of the three. They're all distributors, I guess if we want to use that term, or ambassadors, just like we are. They're all building a 2x20. Okay? They're all building a unilevel. They're all building a mirror 2x20. So we have 3 compensation plans currently. Okay? Daily shopping will change a life-changing residual income for all members. Future customers will impact steps 6 and 7, explained in the training. Okay? Crypto and debit card are coming soon. I do want to touch on that crypto or the debit card. If you're in a country that allows credit card, debit cards, you can use ACH direct deposit by the end of the month, give or take. But the credit card, which is coming out, should be here by 1st of February, give or take, pays 1.5% cash back on all purchases. So if you load your bank, your internal bank, your profit into your debit card, and you pay your bills with your debit card, you're actually making a profit on your profits, right? Typically speaking, particularly in the crypto world, when you make a transaction, you got to pay a fee for the transaction. Okay? I'd rather get a profit for using my money. But I use the example, if you have a mortgage, and maybe it's 6%, we're going to use the example of 6%. If you're paying your mortgage with your debit card, and it's giving you back 1.5%, isn't that like taking your mortgage and lowering it by 1.5%? Right? It's better to make money off your money than to spend transactional fees trying to get your money. Okay? The shopping store will add an average of about 200 products a month. Okay? It's not open yet, but we're close. highest cashback return to the community. Roadmap in progress to build the world's strongest shopping community, folks. The strongest in the world. Be a part of a business like you've never seen before. Take action, folks. Whoever sent you to this video, invited you to this presentation, get with them. Commit. Join us. Change your life. Don't do the same things over and over and expect a different result. Plug into what we're doing. I promise you it works. Look, in 16 weeks, myself, Bob, and Robert, those were my first two people, only personals I have right to this day. We have built almost 12, right at 12,000 people, okay? Growing at 500 a day. What we do works. Plug in. Join us. Commit to that person that sent you to this video and welcome aboard.